Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your love and life reading for the second half of December. For my Sagittarians tuning in who are celebrating birthdays in the second half of the month, a very happy birthday to you. I hope it is a wonderful one. It's a general reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single Sagittarian tuning in. So please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and your situation, your life, your relationship, and release what does not make sense for you. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. And if you're curious as to the cards that I use for any given reading, I will also have that list down below. All right, guys, so let's get started. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I like to start off any given reading by pulling some focus messages to start off the reading. So normally I'll use 2 decks. This time around, I'm being guided to use 3. And for some reason, I'm being guided to use the WTF as the problem deck by Fire Witch Tarot for the second half of the month. And I feel it's really important to address whatever problems and issues that you might be having in your life or relationships, to kind of just face the music, so to speak, and just get real about what's going on in the connection so that you can tackle the problems and deal with it and not have it bleed over into the next year, since we're coming up to the end of this year and we're almost to 2020. So it's better to just address it now, figure it out, and see what's going on. And so you can face the new year with clear eyes and what it is that you need to do to tackle these issues. So these are the 3 decks that I chose. WTF is the problem, our Twin Flame / Soulmate Unspoken Messages deck, also by Fire Witch Tarot. And then we've got the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. So let me set these guys aside so I have a little bit more room here. And let's go ahead and see, Sagittarius, what is the problem? What is weighing you down at this time? Which, of course, is different for every person tuning in here. But this is going to bring to the surface what really is weighing some of you guys down. So let's take a look at that to start this off. If you happen to be offended by profanity, this is not the deck for you. It gets right to the point, very matter of fact, and just tells it like it is. All right, so let's take a look and see, Sagittarius, what the F is the problem here? What is it? Let's go ahead and grab one. I'm guided to this one. Okay, interesting. No one believes you anymore. Why is that the case? If this is coming through for some of you guys, part of the reason I feel why that's coming through is you might be coming forward with dishonesty towards people that you are surrounded by, whether that is family, whether that is a love connection. If you've been lying to this person or being deceptive or manipulative in any way, it's that mentality of, that cry wolf type vibration where you keep saying the same things or different things, but it ends up not being the truth. If you're not coming from a place of truth, when you finally are telling the truth, nobody knows that that's actually the truth coming from you. So you got to be consistent in just being truthful and honest. But as of right now, what's coming forward is no one believes you anymore. So let's take a look and see why that's coming through here for this reading. All right, let's add to this. This is the Twin Flame / Soulmate Unspoken Messages deck. So whether you identify more with a twin flame or a soulmate, let's take a look and see what it is that your person needs to communicate to you at this time for the second half of December, Sagittarius. If they could, what would they want to say to you at this time? Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius, please. What needs to come forward here for Sagittarius? In a dark place. This person is in a dark place right now, Sagittarius. This could be your energy as well, especially if you feel that No one believes you at this time in regard to a particular issue or relationship. And somebody is coming forward telling you they are in a very dark place at this time. Okay, so let's add to this with the Hidden Truth Oracle. Let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. What additional focus messages need to come through here for Sagittarius? Let's grab a couple from this deck. So many things remind me of you. Interesting. Let's grab this one here. I regret lying to you. Okay. No one believes you anymore. I regret lying to you. I mean, these two cards are coming forward for a reason here, Sagittarius. So this is either you that's being dishonest, or it's somebody that you're thinking about for this reading, that they lied to you and you're coming forward with these emotions and words here. Nobody believes you anymore, so just stop lying. That type of vibration. Perhaps that's what's contributing to that dark place that either you or this person is in, or you're both there. Okay, so let's see what else needs to come through in this reading. But those are some pretty telling messages coming forward for some of you guys. Somebody is being dishonest, somebody's lying, somebody's being deceptive. Whether, again, it's you, Sagittarius, or the person that you're thinking about, that's created some tension here between you and this person. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius for the second half of December, in love and in life. Please bring forward whatever needs to come through for this reading at this time. For Sagittarius, please. There we are. Divine timing. Okay, so timing is at play here. It might take some time for things to shift in regard to this situation, especially in a love connection where there's a lot of tension here. Somebody is feeling like the other person has just been lying all the time, and it's just getting harder and harder for this person to believe the other. So whatever side of the fence you fall on in regard to that scenario, Sagittarius, it's coming through here. You're either dealing with somebody who's been lying to you, and you know this, and you're tired of it, and you don't believe them anymore. They might actually be telling you the truth this time, but you're possibly thinking, I don't believe you anymore, so just stop. That could be reversed as well if this happens to be you that's being dishonest with this other person. Next card, karmic partner. Some of you guys had to deal or are dealing with a third-party situation here. Karmic partnerships. For those who are unfamiliar with karmic partnerships, this is somebody that doesn't respect those boundaries, those healthy boundaries between you and them, and or the person that they're with. They serve only their own self-interests. They're just thinking about themselves, what it is that they want, what it is that they need. Karmic partnerships can be codependent, and they can be abusive as well. So however way that's resonating with you, it's being represented here. It might take time to allow this relationship to come to completion or to phase itself out of your life if you were affected by a third-party situation or karmic partnership. For some of my Sagittarians, you were already in a committed relationship and your partner ended up cheating on you and entering into a third-party situation. That turned out to be a karmic partnership, and they may have told you a whole bunch of lies just to try to get away with the whole infidelity issue here in your partnership. And it got to the point where you just didn't know if they were being truthful with you. we have the pause card coming through here. So this karmic partnership, I feel, is at a standstill. There is now stagnant energy here. For some of you guys, this karmic partnership and or third party situation is a done deal. It's phasing itself out of your life, however way that's being represented in your life. That pause energy put a stop to it. Next card is communication. Right next to pause, this is telling me that whoever this karmic partner is, whether you entered into a third-party situation, Sagittarius, or it's your partner, whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading that got into that, I feel it's done. They've stopped communicating. And now it's time to repair the damage that was caused by that karmic partner. For some of my Sagittarians, you may have chosen to go in a different direction. We've got devotion right after that. So even though you chose to go in a different direction, which certainly is your prerogative, I feel that you still have love for this person. Even though they hurt you, even though they may have gone into a third-party situation, even though a part of your heart is having trouble trusting and having faith because they lied to you so much about this. And that has put you in a dark place. I feel this person is in a dark place as well, and that needs healing. For my divine masculines, which I typically do tap into this, I feel the divine masculine is in a very heavy space of fear here, afraid to come forward, afraid to reach out maybe, especially since we do have a pause in communication here. This could represent the third party, the karmic partner, who's now afraid to even reach out because they know that they are entering into sort of like a danger zone. Those are the words that are coming to me. It's like, you know, you're going to get your ass beat if you even try to approach this person or cause trouble in a committed relationship that was actually going along just fine until this karmic partner came into the picture. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Look at this. Third party falling right below karmic partner. We've got the tower. Destruction. It's this tower that came down on this third party situation that put this connection at a standstill. We've got the Refocus card coming through next, and in both of these cards, the New Direction and the Refocus card, there are female figures in these photos, so I do typically tap into divine feminine energy from that. And I feel it is the divine feminine in this equation who had to go in a different direction. Part of that different direction might have to have been away from this third party. We've got a barrier. That barrier is keeping this third party and karmic partner out of the equation. It's interesting because barriers don't typically have a positive connotation to them, but in this reading, I feel that it's actually a good thing because it's preventing this person from wreaking havoc in your life, Sagittarius. Especially if you're working on a partnership that was already in existence before this person came into the situation. So now you can actually focus on your relationship and try to repair the damage, try to restore the faith that was broken, try to restore the trust. Because the love is still here. You're both coming forward as two people who are still very much devoted to each other. We've got the material world being represented here. For some of you guys, money's been a little bit tight. possibly the second half of the month. You might come into some money. You might get a raise at your job, however way this presents itself. If you've been struggling financially, or if it's just been a little bit tight for you entering into the holiday season, I do feel here that that'll improve and you might get some unexpected money here. I'm tied into this card as well, the fifth dimension. I'm guided to pull that as well for you, Sagittarius, because I feel for some of you guys that are resonating with this reading, this third party, which I feel is a divine masculine. This divine masculine is still into this divine feminine here. And what I'm feeling for some of you, and not everybody's going to resonate with this, is these two people are still communicating in the 5D. Even though the Tower put a stop to this and there's a pause in communication between these two people, Sagittarius. And I feel one of these two people is your partner, either through marriage or a committed relationship. So it's either, well, I'm feeling here more so that it could be the divine feminine who was in a partnership and a divine masculine came in as a third party. And these two people are possibly still communicating in the 5D because there's a barrier here now. They can't communicate or interact in the 3D. So for some of you guys, there is still deception that is being indicated here. You know, and that goes back to the lying, and somebody is not believing the other person anymore. So for some of my Sagittarians tuning in, you may have decided to walk away from the relationship that you were in where a third party came in and caused so much destruction in your relationship, and it's irreparable for some of you guys. So I'm feeling for a select few Sagittarians who are tuning in, you have chosen to distance yourself from your relationship. And whoever that relationship was with, maybe that person has regrets now and they're wanting you back, but it's very difficult for you to believe them. You might still feel that they are still lying to you and that they're still being deceptive. And some of them may be, but not all of them are, you know, so it really depends on how it's coming through in your life, in your relationship. Recognition of a love connection here for you, Sagittarius. So if you want to work on your partnership, despite the Tower, despite the damage caused by karmic partnerships and third parties, despite all that, I feel if you're devoted to working it out with the person that you have in mind for this reading, and if you guys can actually meet each other halfway and remove the deception that's going on here, there's a chance that you guys can actually work this out and bring it into the 3D. There's still a possibility there. Next card is patience. So interesting how that is coming through, because the Temperance card in traditional tarot, Sagittarius, it is Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius energy. And the Temperance card is the need for patience. So if you're not quite ready to give up on this person that you have in mind for this reading, despite the fact that they hurt you, you're still wanting to possibly fight for the survival of this relationship. That's not for all of you guys, because I feel some of you really are done and you just want a different direction. You want to just start over fresh elsewhere. This is for those who are willing to give it a second chance, despite the deception, despite the lies, despite the karmic partnerships, despite the third party. You still want your person back. You're still devoted to them, and they might still be devoted to you. And they are coming forward regretting that they have lied and were deceptive. Okay? So let's add some tarot to this. And let's see what else we can add to this reading. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. So angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know for Sagittarius? For the second half of December, please. So for those of you who've really had enough and you know that you're not ever going to trust this person again, I feel you decided to just end it. But there are those of you who, despite the challenges, are still in love with this person and you're willing to fight for it. And for some of my divine masculines, that could be a part of the fear that you're in, knowing that your partner cheated on you, but you're afraid to give it another chance, but in your heart space, you still have love for them. Part of that flame energy could be tied into twin flame connections for some of you. What else, please, for Sagittarius for the second half of December? We've got the Five of Cups. In the upright, it does say old wounds, but this is coming up reversed, I feel. So that's how I'm going to read that. I can't even speak. Read that for this reading. Cups energy is water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for some of you. So the Five of Cups in reverse is acceptance. It's moving on. It is finding peace, which is really nice considering we have destruction and the Tower represented there, which is anything but serenity and tranquility and peace. So things are ultimately going to smooth out and be a lot more calm and peaceful in your life, in your love life. So that's a good thing for those of you who are wanting to work this out. It's going to take time, okay? We've got divine timing here. And as I mentioned, that patience card is tapping into, for me, temperance energy, which is your very own Sagittarius energy. We've got the moon being represented here, and that's very understandable because the moon represents deception and lies and illusions. There's a dark aspect to the moon, but there's also a light side to it. So you might be in a dark place for now, but I don't feel that you will be there forever. You will eventually get past the challenges that this relationship has endured. And if the desire to come back together is here and to reunite and work through the challenges and issues, you can. You can. And part of that moon energy is water energy. So we've got the cups and moon both tapping into water energy for some of you guys. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But there's definitely deception tied in with the moon. It's tapping into lunacy and disillusion, lies, a deceptive course of affairs. We've got deception already represented here. We've got karmic partnerships. We've got third-party situations. So clearly, some of you guys have dealt with that. And that's contributing to the reason why the moon is here. It's tapping into your personal faith and ethics. And that is going to be tested here. It's also focused on your dreams, your imagination, your fantasies, your desires. It's tapping into fear and darkness as well. So this moon card had to come out. I'm not surprised that it's here. It represents the hidden things, the hidden aspects of this connection. What is in the subconscious? It represents your emotions, Sagittarius. Changes need to happen when the moon presents itself. It's a period of change because part of that change is the need for you to eventually take action. For some of you, that action resulted in a new direction, going a different direction, and that's okay. You have to do what's right for you. And for others, part of that action is wanting to fight for this connection so that you guys can overcome the obstacles and work on the challenges that this third party and or karmic partner interjected into the relationship that caused this darn tower to come down on the connection. Because I really feel for some of you guys, things were going along pretty good in your relationship, and then all of a sudden, this darn third party comes in and fucked everything up. That's what I'm feeling here. And I feel for some of my Sagittarians, it is you that put this barrier up to protect what you have, to protect your heart, to protect your relationship. Because I feel, again, some of you guys want to salvage the connection with your person. The moon does represent that light at the end of the tunnel. So even though you're in a dark place, possibly, the moon, even though it's got its dark aspects, will eventually move you towards the light. We've got the Four of Cups right after that. So it's very hard to ignore the fact that we've got more water energy coming through here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, very heavily represented here. The Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. However way that is resonating for you. It could be the person that you chose to walk away from, Sagittarius, that they feel they missed out on this wonderful opportunity to create a wonderful life with you. The Four of Cups is contemplation, thinking about, what did I just do? Why did I do that? Or thinking about what your next step is in your life. What's the next chapter in your life? And for some of you, it comes through a new direction and refocusing now on a different path that will find you happiness and a better future for yourself, because it ended up not being with the person that you were with, especially if they hurt you, manipulated the situation, were deceptive, were lying to you, and broke your heart as a result of third parties, infidelity, karmic partnerships. Next card is the Chariot. Unbelievable, because the Chariot represents Cancer energy. We continue with more water energy here. Charging ahead. So yeah, I feel for some of you guys, things might be stagnant right now in regard to the situation, but you're not going to stay there forever. This does create movement here. Charging ahead could be for those who are deciding you don't want any part of this and you want to be single for a while, or you just want to find a different direction for yourself. You're moving forward with a very clear mind as to what it is that you're wanting moving forward. For some of you, part of this charging ahead energy is charging towards the person that you want to be with and overcoming those obstacles and challenges and working through the issues that you guys have faced. Whether that's got something to do with a third party or not, you're claiming what is yours. Because the Chariot represents triumph, Sagittarius. Triumph, direction, movement, progress. That is what the Chariot represents. It is a triumphant outcome here. Success and confidence are restored. Your goals can be achieved. It's interesting how it does tie into an established reputation and earned respect. That's also a part of the Chariot's energies. And I feel whoever did the lying and did the hurting, they need to earn the other person's respect. So whoever is charging towards the other person here, they've got some goals in mind as to how to fix the damage that they caused. The next card is the Ace of Swords, which I absolutely love. Breakthrough and awareness. This is air energy. So we've got a bunch of water representation here, but now we've got swords coming through with air. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for some of you. Ace of Swords, it's a great card because it gives you the power towards victory and clarity in a situation, whether that has anything to do with your love life, Sagittarius, or it's dealing with some other aspect of your life that's been very challenging. This is now giving you victory, giving you a sharp mind to see things clearly and really get the clarity that is so needed so that you can charge forward and create this wonderful life for yourself, however way it is going to unfold. And it's such a great card coming through for the end of the year because we're heading into the new year. And it's a perfect time for that breakthrough to happen. It absolutely is. Some of my divine feminines are coming through as the high priestess here. Hidden knowledge. Believe it or not, the high priestess also represents water energy. Hidden knowledge, wisdom, secrecy, mystery, but it does tap into inner peace, strength, spirituality. But whenever the high priestess is represented in a reading, Sagittarius, there is a waiting period that is represented by that. And so it is really tied in with the patience card as well as divine timing, because this is something that cannot be rushed. It's going to unfold and happen the way it's meant to. There's no way to manipulate this. It's going to unfold the way life sees fit to have it all play out. For some of you, it's going to play out with a relationship that comes to an end and you just find a different direction for yourself. For others, you can actually overcome the challenges that this karmic partner and third party created, and you can actually work through the issues that have overwhelmed your relationship, and you guys can work through it and heal from the destruction of that tower. Because the tower, even though it levels things out of your life that no longer belong there, Sagittarius, it also gives you the opportunity to rebuild on a more solid foundation and to start over. We've got the Seven of Cups, fantasy and temptation. Exactly. And that's what this third party and that karmic partner represents. Those fantasies, temptations that you dealt with. And if this is not you, Sagittarius, then it's the person that entered into a third party situation. Your partner who entered into a third party situation allowed a karmic partner to enter their life, which contributed to the tower moment in your relationship with them. Cups, more water energy. Unbelievable. But you know, this is all illusion. It's in your imagination. It's your fantasies. Or it's their illusion, their fantasies, whoever it is that's resonating with that. We've got the Five of Wands coming through next. Conflict and competition. Isn't that interesting? You know, you're fighting for what it is that you want, but you feel that you're in competition with somebody else. And in a partnership, you know, you can't have three people in a successful partnership. It's not going to happen. The tower will always come down on a situation like that eventually. It's just a matter of time. But Wands is fire, okay? That is your very own energy, Sagittarius. So what this is telling me is that you're the one that was feeling conflicted by what happened here, and you're the one that was in distress over feeling like you were in competition with somebody who was vying for your partner's attentions, and it did create a third-party situation for some of you guys. We've got the Page of Wands coming through next, bringing forward exciting news of some sort. And there's that element of curiosity as well. It is fire energy, Wands, which is, of course, representing you, Sagittarius, as well as Leo and Aries, of course. And we are in the holiday season here. So you might actually receive some exciting news. It doesn't have to be in relation to this connection here. It could just be some exciting news that you hear during the holiday season from somebody. It could be a friend, a family member, however way that's being represented here. It's a message that you receive bringing forward some very enthusiastic news here. Good news is what I'm feeling from that. We also have the Knight of Wands, which is even more fire energy, which is even more Sagittarius energy. This is a passionate adventure here. So during the holiday season, you and your person, if you guys have worked very hard to work through the challenges here, those of you who are resonating with that, you guys could actually have a really nice holiday. Very nice Christmas, holiday season, spending time with this person that you want to rebuild a more solid relationship with once again. There's still a lot of passion here between the two of you. You know, the love, the devotion, it's still there. It wasn't easy, but you guys overcame the destruction of that tower. We do have the Two of Pentacles coming through next. Balancing act. Pentacles is earth energy. So for some of you, you might have involved yourself with a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, or that is the person that entered into the third party situation here. And they're coming forward needing to balance things out in their life. So this for me is coming through with the person that was being deceptive, that was lying, that was manipulative here. So I feel here, Sagittarius, that it's your person that you were in a connection with. They're needing to balance things in their life, reclaim the balance, reclaim the equilibrium in their life, because the destruction creates tension, chaos, trauma. So now there's a need for adaptability and balance in the situation, in the connection, in their life. I've got a Page of Swords coming through as well. This person is very much in their thoughts. Okay, the Page of Swords, again, is air, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for some of you guys, however you're resonating with that. So somebody really wants to reach out here and send a message to you, Sagittarius. So I've got one page that wants to bring forward some very exciting news, happy news, and then I've got this page who's very much in their thoughts about what it is that they want to say. But perhaps, even though they want to send this message, they might not be able to because they're afraid to do so. And here we come full circle, guys, with that Temperance card. That is your very own energy, Sag, okay? And it's being reiterated by that Patience card. Time is involved here. And interestingly enough, the Temperance card does tie into a possible reconciliation. Two people that are currently not together, that still have love for each other, that are willing to overcome the obstacles, will be able to reconcile. That is a part of the Temperance energy. Finding harmony and balance and healing in a situation, in a relationship. Being able to find the middle ground here for compromise, to work through the issues that have overwhelmed you guys. Interesting too, how the Temperance card taps into travel time during the holiday season. So if you're resonating with that, Sagittarius, maybe you've got a trip planned with a loved one. So there's some traveling that's going on for some of my Sagittarians here during the holiday season. But there is definitely a need for patience, Sagittarius, to see things unfold in your life. And you might be challenged as well in certain aspects of your life. Your finances, your health, your relationships, certainly. It's going to test you. It's going to rock your world. That's also a part of the Tower, because it wakes you up a little bit. whatever part of your life needs attention, it's almost forcing you to address those areas so that you can deal with it, heal it, and move forward. And it's a perfect time to do that since we're coming up to the end of this year. All right, so let's add to this, guys, with some romance angels. And let's see what else we can add to this reading in regard to this love connection here. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know at this time, please? Let's take a look and see, Sag, what else needs to come forward for you. Release your ex. Look at that. Some of you guys have already done that. Found a different direction for yourself. Refocused elsewhere. Time has come to clear your energy. Yeah. Some of you guys, you don't want anything to have to do with this person. Too many lies, too much deception, and you're done. For others, this is what you're wanting to do, is to express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it really depends on where you are energetically and how you're seeing the situation with the person that you're thinking about for this reading. For some of you, there are red flags that you need to pay attention to. The signs are cautioning you. So if you feel that whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading, if they're still lying, if they're still being deceptive, if they haven't fully let go of the karmic partner and or third party, which applies to some of you, then those are red flags that are still trying to grab your attention. We've got the flirt card coming through here, so this could certainly be you, Sagittarius. It could be the person you're thinking about for this reading. It could also have been the third party, and this is how they were with your person, and it's that flirtatious energy that drew them in. That's for some of you guys. Next card, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I feel it's so important to restore faith and trust in the connection here, because those of you who had to deal with that tower moment, lies, deception, third parties, karmic partnerships, that's a very difficult thing to deal with. And it's very hard to trust somebody that you feel has constantly been lying to you. You know, that's going to take time to heal. And that's why I feel we've got this divine timing. We've got the temperance card and then the patience card, reiterating that patience, the need for patience, because this is going to take time to heal. But in the meantime, stay positive, have faith, and know that ultimately, if you're wanting to work things out with your person, if you guys are on the same page, you can achieve that. Look at this next card. Here we go again. Okay, so we've got two cards here coming forward with the same energy. So this is not an accident by any means. It's being represented here because somebody is still being deceptive with you, Sagittarius. And that's why they're still coming forward with lies, even though they regret telling them. It's almost like they're too far gone, too far into all these lies to stop now. And that's what's keeping you guys in a dark place. So for those of you resonating with that and tied into this card of no one believes you anymore, so stop talking to me, stop lying. Some of you guys, I feel, really went a different direction. And if you haven't already done this, I feel it's eventual. It's eventual that that's going to happen here. Let's grab some twin flame messages by Mystic Moon to add to this. So let's focus on your person, Sagittarius. If they could, what would they want to say to you at this time? Let's take a look at that and see. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection though, guys. That's just the name of the card deck. So let's see, Sagittarius, what it is that your person would say to you if they could. Whoops. I've got so many cards here. We've got them all flipping up. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's go ahead and grab some messages here. You don't have to resonate with each and every card. Let's just grab a few of them to see. So focus on your person and let's take a look. Your beauty still moves me. So They're still attracted to you, Sagittarius. There's that attraction, that chemistry. They find you very attractive, or you still find them very attractive and alluring. From the physical aspect, that is still here. That's not a problem. But it goes way deeper than that. Look at this next card. How could you still love me after all I've done? Exactly. Exactly. Next card. I'm a better person because of you. Your person knows that you're good for them, okay? But perhaps they didn't always realize that, thinking that the grass was greener and that they could find happiness with a third party. For those who truly have real regret in their heart over being deceptive and lying to you, Sagittarius, because this card is represented right here. I feel they recognize, and that's coming through here as well, they recognize the type of bond and how special the connection actually is. Perhaps that third party and tower moment needed to happen here for this person to wake up and really see how good a connection you guys had to begin with. And they're coming through possibly having learned those lessons and telling you, I'm a better person because of you. Next card. I can't handle your words right now. Yep, that's because they are afraid. They're afraid to hear it. And for some of my Sagittarians, part of this, I can't handle your words right now. It's because for some of you guys, you know that it could just be more lies. No one believes you anymore. Stop lying to me. That type of vibration. Those of you who are in separation, this person is coming forward telling you, I can still feel you. Being apart has been life-changing for me. And the last card, is it possible to forgive and forget? So the question is, Sagittarius, can you honestly forgive this person for what they've done? Can you forget the pain? Can you forget the deception, the karmic partnership involvements, the third-party situations? If you can truly answer that question with a yes, that you're willing to work through this with this person because you still have love and you still care, you guys have a fighting chance of making this work, especially if you guys can actually meet each other halfway and be on the same page as to what it is that you're wanting to manifest here. That's not for everybody, because I feel some of you guys have reached the end of your rope. You're done with the lies, you're done with the deception, you're done with the infidelity, the cheating, losing faith over this connection, and you're out of there. You are out. All right, let's grab some Lover's Oracle here, Sagittarius, and let's see what we can add to this. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know at this time? Oh my God, let me grab this bottom of the deck. Wow, okay. We've got soulmate represented here. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So this is coming through for those of you who would want reconciliation, who are in separation from your soulmate. You guys are connecting in the fifth dimension. You're trying to overcome the challenges, and I feel you will. They're coming through here to let you know that you guys can actually manifest this physically in the 3D. Soulmate bond right there. The other card. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Exactly. Because when there is equal exchange of desire and energy between two people, there's compromise there. An equal give and take between two people, and that creates a very successful union between two people. But yeah, you guys are coming forward as soulmates in this reading, Sagittarius. For those of you who are willing to work on the partnership and come back together. You're still thinking about them. They're still thinking about you. The love is still here. There's that devotion. So for those who are not resonating with a soulmate bond, that flame for me, as I mentioned earlier, is twin flame. That's coming through here. Wow. All right, let's grab some final thoughts with the healing messages from the angels to close out this reading for you, Sagittarius. And let's see what needs to come through here to close out this reading for you. Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. Please bring it forward for me. Body care. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is miracles. So this is a reminder for you, Sagittarius, to just take care of yourself. Not only physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. There has to be balance there, okay? And look at this. Some of you guys have miracles that are blessing your life the second half of December. So keep a lookout for those miracles because you are blessed in so many ways, Sagittarius. Even those of you who have chosen a different path for yourself, you've got miracles on the way. So let's leave it at that. These blessings are coming in for you, Sagittarius. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave it this time. I hope whatever part of this reading you resonated with, that it helped you and brought you the clarity that you needed at this time. Thank you guys so very much for all of the love and support that you've brought me this year. I truly appreciate it. And I will have a lot more content and more readings coming up for you guys in 2020. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.